generations. And now, the power of two restores the one.
We got a bidet! Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, Dyad in the Rough. Today, I want to talk about something pretty exciting. We actually got the release date and some details about the new Ravensburger Star Wars Villainous Expansion called Revenge at Last. And if you haven't been keeping up here on the channel, this is an expansion to the popular game called Villainous from Ravensburger. First, they came out with Disney, then Marvel, and now Star Wars. And basically what it is you play as a villain, and whoever carries out their villainous plan first wins the game. And this is, I believe, our second expansion for Star Wars. The first one was with Boba Fett and a couple of others, and now this one we have Darth Maul leading the way. And this is our first Star Wars pack that is a 2-pack. So if you were to buy this expansion, you would get Darth Maul and Captain Phasma in the pack itself. Do you need the base game to play this? No. They've actually been making it so that their expansion packs are standalones as well, but you can mix in the other ones if you would like. So, what are some of the cool things that we learned today, and what can we expect to see when it comes out? So, first things first, the release date. So, I had thought this was coming out in August. Turns out it's coming out this month in July. It comes out July 21st, according to Target's website. Now, why am I emphasizing Target here? Because Target has exclusive game pieces in their sets. So, for instance, this one, if you get the Darth Maul expansion, you will know that you have the expansion. One, it'll have a Sith holocron on the cover with Darth Maul inside of it. But also, it says in plain text on the bottom of the box, exclusive game piece included. So that's how you know you got the right one if you're trying to get the exclusive piece. What does that usually look like? Well, sometimes it just means that the piece itself is a little bit more, I would say, filled in or more opaque. Some of the characters seem to be a little bit more translucent for the regular figures, but I've noticed that the exclusive ones tend to be a little bit more filled in and solid, so to speak. So we covered the release date. It will be coming out, like I said, July 21st. That is a Sunday. So if you're like me, you're going to want to, well, if you can, do a pickup order for Target. But recently, so we covered the expansion for the Disney one that just came out, and we noticed that one of the problems with Target was that a lot of those boxes came out damaged. And so hopefully when this new Star Wars one comes out, they are not damaged and we can get some nice, crisp boxes. Because it breaks my heart to have board games that have messed up boxes. Okay, so what's something cool to pick apart from the character boards? So again, if you haven't played, each person has their own realm, and you bounce back and forth between the different areas of the realm to gather like resources and cards, so you can eventually carry out your villainous plan. So for Darth Maul, the objective is to defeat a hero with another hero. Now that really makes me raise an eyebrow of what are we talking about here? Like, are we saying that if we get Obi-Wan in our realm, we can have like Qui-Gon kill Obi-Wan and that's how we win the game. That one's a little confusing to me, as opposed to a lot of the other objectives in the past, like General Grievous, collect X amount of lightsabers. I think Kylo Ren's is like turn Rey to the dark side or something like that. They're pretty clean and cut, and this one makes me wonder how that's gonna work. It makes me excited to get my hands on it so that I can, read up on it and see how this mechanic works. But it's definitely an interesting one. The different locations, we got the Night Sister Temple, the Throne Room from Mandalore, the Sith Temple. I can't really read that. And then the last one is the Dune Sea of Tatooine. The Sith Temple one is kind of blurry, a little hard to read there on Target's website, but I'm sure we'll all know what the planet is. Let's see. Let's look at Phasma's. Phasma's objective is have a first order stormtrooper officer at each location. So it kind of seems like Captain Phasma's approach to winning the match is just to get officers on, all the different locations, kind of like a first order takeover in a way. So my guess is that she'll be having different ways to get officers into locations, and then when your opponent decides to play a fate card, which means that they're taking cards like heroes and whatnot and trying to meddle in your realm, is maybe some of those cards will automatically take out officers or something along those lines. Just theorizing here because I haven't seen the cards, but that's my guess. The different locations that we have for Phasma are Twanol, I think. It looks like a location on Jakku. Starkiller Base. We got the Finalizer, and I cannot. The Supremacy, I think, is the last one. I think they're the names of the different Star Destroyers that she was on in between episode 7 and episode 8. It looks like we get some tokens for Phasma's uh, realm to use for the officers. There we go. So it makes me wonder if the officers are not going to necessarily be like minion cards, quote unquote, or the people that assist you, because I'm sure there'll be other cards that can do this, like regular stormtroopers, where you play them into your realm, and those stormtroopers can attack the heroes that are blocking parts of your realm. But it looks like the officers themselves might be tokens. That's my guess. Let's see. Is there anything else really noteworthy here? Like I said, if you get the special edition or the exclusive, whatever you want to call it, from Target, you will have kind of a Sith holocron on the cover. It's a sleeve that comes right off because once you take the exclusive sleeve off, it looks like everybody else's. Um, but let's just see what the back of the box looks like. Does it tell us anything? It says Order and Chaos, conquer the galaxy as your favorite Star Wars villains with card strategies inspired by the films, shows, and stories you love. Wield your sinister influence and unique abilities in this immersive game of dark destinies. Be the first villain to achieve your objective to win. So yeah, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. We do get to look at a couple of cards on the back. They're so blurry. I can't make heads or tails of what they're saying. Uh, but unfortunately, that's because the pictures tend to be a little bit smaller. But that was our little look into the Star Wars Villainous expansion that has Darth Maul and Phasma in the expansion. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping we can get one on day one to dive into it. We're going to share what we find in it with you on the channel, just like we did with the Disney Villainous, Sugar and Sprite. So we'll get a closer look at the figures and we'll get a closer look at some of those cards in the realms, and then take a look at what are some of the strategies to use for each of the characters. But if you enjoyed this type of video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Drop us a like if you liked the video and drop us a comment letting us know if you are looking forward to this expansion of Villainous. Have you played the Star Wars version of Villainous? And which one of these two are you looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to Darth Maul, playing as Darth Maul, and figuring out what that mechanic is going to be where we have a hero taking out another hero. That's going to be very interesting. And then, as always, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.